David, hello, it's Daniel Davis here, Professor Moriarty from Star Trek Next Generation, and more recently, Star Trek Picard, and also Niles, the butler from the Nanny. And Lydia, thank you very much for your kind words about my work on the show. David, Lydia tells me that you are having a birthday on the 11th of the month, and you're turning 70. I just turned 79 on November 26th. I know, I look minutes younger, as I'm sure you do. We do take care of ourselves better than our parents did. My father at 70 looked like the dog's dinner. My mother, at 78, still looked amazing. She was a Southern belle, so she was very conscious about her appearance. She even got fully dressed to do housework and fry chicken at night. An amazing woman. Both of my parents were amazing, but in different ways. David, I'm told that you are a San Francisco Giants fan. Well, I have to tell you, my father was a Cowboys fan. Don't hold it against me. I used to watch the Cowboys just so I'd have something to talk about with him on the telephone when I spoke to them on Sundays. I'm not that big of a football fan. I'm interesting in the sense that I like college football more than professional football. College football games I watch because they seem to me to be more about guts football, the way they were when I was in high school. You know, they weren't caring about making $100 bazillion a year or winning the Super Bowl. They were just playing football, and I really enjoyed that. So I still watch. I think used to be my favorite college football team was Notre Dame, but they've lost some of their mojo. At any rate, onward to other topics. You worked on the Titan and Atlas rocket program. Amazing. And you were a big-time fan of Star Trek. I'm always fascinated to find out how many people in the scientific community loved Star Trek in all of its incarnations. I mean, there's so many Star Trek series now, I've lost count. But they are all, when I worked on Next Generation with Gene Roddenberry was still with us, and he was the most remarkable man. He very seldom visited the set, but he came down to the set one day when I was shooting an episode, the first episode I did, Elementary Dear Data. And he came down because he didn't like one of the lines that I had to say to Patrick about when they were trying to decide what to do with Moriarty as a holographic figure who wanted to be, real. And I had a line to Patrick where I said something like, then you must, that if you're not going to find a way of keeping me, then you will be doing murder. And that got Roddenberry very upset because he said Captain Picard could never be accused of even contemplating murder. So he wanted to change the line, and he changed. I don't remember how he changed it or what he said, but he said, you can't say that. And then he said, you know what? We really love having you on the show. This character that you are creating that, we have provided the writing for is very intriguing, and we know the fans are going to like it because it combines the mythology of Conan Doyle with the mythology of Star Trek, and people who are fans of one are usually fans of the other. So this is going to be very special. And he said, I promise you we'll have you back. And then they got into trouble because they didn't get the rights to the characters of Holmes, Watson, and Moriarty from the Conan Doyle Society, which holds the rights in perpetuity throughout the universe. I love that phrase, especially when we're talking about residuals, because you keep getting paid years and years and years after you've done something. Sometimes the check is not quite the same value as the postage stamp that they used to mail it to you, but it keeps coming because it's shown everywhere all over the world. But indeed, they got into trouble with the Conan Doyle people, and it took them 2 years to do a settlement, which they finally did. And at the moment that they did the settlement, Roddenberry said, now can we have the rights to do another episode? Which is how ship in a bottle came into being, and I was just about to shoot the pilot for the Nanny when I got the call that they want you to come back to Star Trek. And I thought, thank God I didn't cut my hair yet for the butler part. So that's how I got to do episode 2. So I thought maybe for your birthday you might enjoy some of this nonsensical backstory that I've just shared with you. But at any rate, I want you to have a very happy birthday, a very Merry Christmas, and a very, very Happy New Year. And keep watching Star Trek, because ka-ching, ka-ching, as long as those episodes are showing, we're still getting those tiny little checks. So thank Lydia for sending me to you to celebrate your birthday. And stay well, take care, and have a wonderful, wonderful holiday. Bye-bye.